I was born in Tallahassee. I moved here to St. Pete at an early age, and I grew up here. Um, the best part about that I remember is spending the night over my Aunt Rosalie house. We look forward to doing that every weekend because she was so much fun. And that's when Geech's Barbecue and Stowe Pete was around. And my uncle would always come home on Friday nights when we were watching Shock Theater with us something to eat. And of course, staying there with Nita because she was so much fun.
Bad.
Bad.
Yes, yes.
You want to add to any of that and talk about the same thing?
Well, I'm going to go back to, I was born in Tallahassee and moved here at the age of 5. But every summer, I got to go back to Tallahassee, and that's where I learned my real roots, which were country, and more country. I got to see them feed the hogs and, not rake the yard, but sweep the yard, which was all dirt, and all those fun things that they used to do. I'm just saying it was like unnecessary hard work to me. Also, I hated the part about the outdoor bathrooms because at 5 moving to St. Pete, I always had a toilet. There you had an outhouse.
Yes. And
Big
Rock
difference.
Hill,
Rock Hill was a church.
yes.
Yes.
And then we had the outhouse. It was right in front, like the front side. You hated to go, but you had to go.
It was the only way to go.
Yes.
So we had to tell you that part. As far as my cousins, being an only child, I always wanted my mom to get me a cousin or 2 or 3 and have them come over and keep me company. And we always had fun. And she fed us until we were all overweight.
It's a lot different now than when we were growing up because you walk to school, everybody got along, and if you were fighting by dinner time, you right back outside playing. It's not like it is
Exactly.
now. All the killing and stuff that the kids are going through. You know what I'm saying? And back then, everybody's mother was your mother. You know what I'm saying? If you did something wrong, the neighbor's gonna whoop you, your mama gonna whoop you, your aunt gonna whoop you, everybody,
Yes.
it was much better. You didn't even have to lock your doors back then.
I always looked out for all of my younger cousins. And basically, if they told me someone was bullying them, then their big cousin came and bullied them. So it's like, leave my cousin alone and we'll all be okay. So I would go to their schools while cutting class from mine. So naturally, they just be like, here she comes, that's my cousin. She coming to get you straight. So yeah, we just looked out for each other. And our family has always been that way. When you bother one of us, you bother all of us. So that's just the way we roll. Yeah, but that's what I was going to say, these militant friends. And when I would run away from home, which everyone knows I was a runaway child, I would go to my girlfriend's house, Shorty. She had all these sisters and, big sisters, much older than we were. And they would all, take me to the little hangout spots and we'd go and dance. And I turn around in the club dancing, and here was my mom and them at the door, and I'd be like, oh gosh, I'm in trouble now.
Yes,
Hey, collect me up and take me home.
And only what can get you.
So the runaway thing lasted what, about a day at the most, or a couple of hours?
I always have a little bag, and I go as far as I could go until they catch me. And then they bring me back home. My mother was real strict, but she was loving and she was fair. But she didn't believe in young people going and having fun. I had to be in the house by dark, and I'm sure not the only person with those rules, but I was not a real good person with rules. When you said I couldn't, I said, yes, I can. And until I got that whooping that, kind of straightened me a little bit. But yeah.
So
I can say my kids are good kids. They don't give me any trouble. And because we were so close knit family with our parents and all, it's like the way our parents raised us, they helped us raise our kids.
Yes.
So,
Well, my daughter, of course, is the greatest. Not saying that just because she's here. She's nothing like I was, thank God. And I'm just so proud of her. And she's sometimes my mother. She mothers me because she's like, Mom, you can't do that. Mom, don't do that. Mom, don't say that. So I'm like, okay. So when my granddaughter and I are together, we discuss her a lot. And she'll be like, Nana, I said, I know she's my child. I don't know what else to tell you, but you just got to hang on in there till you get grown. Then you can do your own thing. But, yeah, and I'm proud of you and my grandchild. You both, not a chip off the old block, but better than I could have ever dreamed.
yeah, our girls are strong
Yes.
young women, you know.
Yeah.
All of our girls are. In the
Yes.
family, they really are.
Yeah.
I just pray for us to stay close together and to help take care of each other and to look out for each other, you know, and to help each other any way we can.
Yes. Same here. We've always, when one was in need financially, we all pulled together, put all our little nickels and dimes together, and we try to help each other through whatever, you know, they were going through. You know, if they were in need of something, we all try to make it happen. That's just, and that comes from our grandmother and our grandfather and their daughters, who my mother, it was 7 of them, 7 girls and 1 boy. And their parents taught them that they should always look out for each other,
Family
show
come
each other
first.
love, exactly. And they instill that in their children, and we are still passing it down.
To our children. First, to always put God first and always stay true to your family and yourself.
Yes. I was going to say the exact thing. Trust and believe and know that God loves us and we love each other as best we possibly can. And just always know that if we put God first, there's nothing we can do.
Yes.
It keeps the family together and it keeps us from, how can I say, venturing so far out that, you know, we can't come back. We can always come back with God in our lives. No matter what we go through, you can bounce back.
My name is Clara Brown Thomas. I am 74 years young. Have 3 kids, Jennifer, Roscoe, and Tristan Thomas. I'm one of 8 kids. My mother had 7 girls and 1 boy, and I'm the baby.
My name is Rebecca Brown Peter. I was 79 years old. I had 3 children, 1 deceased, Robert and Phyllis alive.
Oh.
And my husband had deceased. Mother and father, they didn't cease too. And how many sisters?
Well, it's just the 2 of us left now. 2 girls
2 girls.
and 1 boy
Yeah.
out of the 8 kids. Yes. Growing up in Tallahassee was great back in that time. I wouldn't want to live up there now, but during that time we was kids, we grew up on a farm. And I say in the woods, because that's where it seemed like we lived. You know, it was so far away from the city. But it was a great time for kids because we had a wonderful time. We knew how to play together. We didn't have to have cell phones or radios or what. We made our own fun, you know. So she and I was like always together. We got in trouble together all the time. And still, people think we're twins because we stick together like glue. If you see one, you see the other. We even sometimes come out the house with the same clothes on without telling each other. That's just how close we were. But our family has always been a close-knit family. My mom and dad raised us that way. We didn't have very much, but we all had enough love that it sustained us and carried us through anything we had to go through.
Now, you know, a long time ago, we had to scrub our houses on our knees. We didn't have no soap or nothing like that. We had the ashes to put on the floor and scrub the floors with.
With ashes.
Uh-huh. That what you, and them floors used to come spotless clean. And then we had to go out there and ain't got no rakes for the rake the yard. We had to go in the woods or side the woods and break the bushes and come home and sweep the yards with. We didn't know what a rake was. I told the children they blessed now. And the only time we get chance to get an apple or orange, that was Christmas. Now children buy apples and oranges and throw them all out in the yard anytime they want. When we got an apple or orange, it was on Christmas.
But thank God it's not like it was for us. We would want our kids to have more than we did because we came along when our parents didn't have anything.
Right.
But I would have worked 5 jobs for my kids to have more than I had. Because you want your kids to do better than you did and have more than you had. So it was like let me see what I can remember. I can remember the times when the black people couldn't drink out the same fountain. It was just like that when we came along in Tallahassee. The place we lived, it was like a plantation.
Yeah.
That's what they called it. We owned a plantation.
Yeah.
And you worked for the white people. You worked in their farms. Only my daddy did not sharecrop, so they called it, but he had his own farm. So, some people have to give half of what they made to the white people. But fortunately, we didn't have to do that. My dad had his own farm. So that was better, but it was just like it always has been for a long time, like black people was here and the white people was there, It was no difference. It's just gotten better. Anything you can think of. If you can name it, we did it.
When we used to go to the field and get the watermelons, go out to Papa used to send us to the field and pick a watermelon and roll up, pick us a good one. So me and Clara got to tell Clara, I tell her what to do. I said, Clara, put it on your shoulder and drop it. And let's eat the hard out the water.
So if it was broken, then you could keep
So I eat it. Then when we get home, we get a woman. Then we go to the well. We had to draw water
Don't
from
you
the well.
tell that. Cause she gonna video this, so people gonna be seeing it.
Oh, let me hush. I got this.
You sure you don't want
No.
I had a good story because she was already here, and she's letting me the rope when I got down here. Because you know how it is when you leave them up there. You don't remember nothing to do nothing. But I got good food, good take care. They should still doing today. I said, well, that's my mama. That's why I call her sometimes. I say, hey, mama. I call her mama right now.
Younger, but in
yeah,
charge.
Yeah.
Well, it's all
kept
gonna
me.
be one in charge. I'm the youngest, but I've always been in charge.
Yeah.
So it always gonna be one in charge. Oh yes, she did, but I did. Manhattan Casino, the Roseland, all those places on Friday nights and Saturday nights. Oh, yeah. Had a good time. And I had one friend girl that we used to go out together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I never had too many women friends because I learned early on that some of them, they don't really want to be your friend. It's best to have a guy friend if you can get a good friend as a guy. Because a lot of times ladies, they get jealous of one another, So most of that's why I just stuck with my family.
That's what
Just family.
That's what Philip always
Yeah,
said.
it's
When
always
you
just
have a
family.
good family that was
Yeah.
instant friends.
Yes.
You feel the
So
same
I
way?
just did
Yeah.
family.
Feel the same way.
So,
Well, I don't have no many friends now. Clara do.
no, I don't. I just have 2, and they just casual.
You have 2, but
Casual friends, not
I don't have
like
nobody
close
but-
friends.
She my friend, my
Your one
best
sister friend.
My sister, my best friend, is right here.
Well, you're my best friend.
Yeah,
So I just have like 2 casual people I
she got 2
talk
casual.
to.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of lady friends. Try to learn them some of the same values that we had, that family is always first, that they should stick together, look out for one another. If one family hurts, everybody should hurt. And you're always like pray for each other daily. And if there's anything you can do for one another, always be there for them. And teach your children not to be selfish, because I know it's some selfish people. I have one in my family. I'm not going to call her name because you videoing it, but yeah. And you know, and that's not good, because you need to be so you can give and do it from your heart and want to help each other and not be selfish and want it all about me all the time and think I'm on the top shelf and everybody else is down here. Well, you know what? I would say if you put God first, just take God with you everywhere you go. Put him first in everything you do, and just like he said, he will direct your path. If you take and put God first, everything else will work out.
Yeah.
That's really all you need. Excuse me, if you keep God in your life. That's the best thing a parent can tell a child.
Yeah.
Put God first, because he's everything and he will direct your path.